Hello, everybody. Thank you for tuning in, and welcome to the first episode of the Your Mind Matters interview show. I'm really excited. This is just a little interview show we're going to do on the channel where we talk to some people in the high school. It's going to be fun. I'm excited. And without further ado, I will give the floor to my very first guest, Gabe Lauver. He's a close peer here at Red Lodge High School. He is a senior like me. And yeah, Gabe, just tell him a little bit about yourself.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Yeah.
So like Sam said just a moment ago, I'm Gabe Lauver here at Red Lodge High. I'm a senior. And I'd like to say I'm a pretty active guy. I like to enjoy things outdoors in the Beartooths for sure, and stay active inside and outside of school.
Very nice, very nice. And so you're a full-time student here, yeah?
Yes, I am.
Yeah, awesome. And you have a part-time job, correct?
I do. I work at a local shop here in town.
Yeah. Cool. So would you say you're a pretty busy guy?
I would say so.
Yeah, certainly. And so, this busy workload senior year and then your job on top of that, is it a lot for you to handle?
It definitely can be, If you don't know how to properly handle it, I think it definitely can get to some people, and it definitely did to me in the first couple years of my high school career.
Yeah, certainly, but you kind of get used to it.
I would say so.
All right, well, I guess we'll just jump into the main topic of today's interview then. I wanted to talk a little bit about stress. Now, on the website, we really do place a lot of importance on stress. When you think of mental health, you think of, depression and anxiety and these more harsh mental disorders and problems, but really stress affects everybody in their daily life, and it is truly a mental challenge that a lot of people face. And so there are methods to get over stress, but I think that it's not talked about enough in the public, in the psyche. And so I just want to talk about stress with students and even some of you older people at work, just some methods to handle stress. And we have plenty of resources on the website surrounding stress, but would you say you feel a lot of stress in your daily life?
Sure. It definitely varies from day to day depending on the workload, whether I am scheduled for work that day, I'm thinking about going to work after school, or whether I'm just having some more leisurely days and classes. It depends on the day for sure, but I would say generally I can be stressed for sure.
Certainly. And so do you have any sort of methods to balance this busy schedule?
Let's see. I would just say, taking the time that you're given in each class for sure.
Yeah.
Utilizing that and just doing the best you can, and then making time for it at home. Not just playing video games or whatever you may feel like doing when you get home, or even after your work shift or whatever. Staying on top of things for sure is a big one. Just not letting things, not procrastinating for sure.
Yeah. That's great advice. Do you ever feel like you get behind on work?
Personally, I feel that I'm pretty good about, staying on top of things, but I would say my freshman, sophomore year, I definitely, I let work, get a hold of me a little bit, and I kind of put it off until the due date, and then I was kind of, having those late nights and not really getting things done when I should have.
Yeah, certainly.
So.
I'm sure the audience can relate, some times where you don't really want to work.
Definitely.
But I think that certainly does compound your stress, this idea of staying on top of things. I've even heard suggestions like a daily planner could really help if you're feeling a lot of stress with your work. Just writing stuff down, getting it out there, sort of holding yourself accountable, I think can really help for certain. So another question I have, hobbies. You said you like to be outdoors. Could you just tell us about some of your hobbies?
Yeah, so during the summertime, I definitely like to fly fish, like going hiking,
Very
walking
nice.
my dog for sure.
Yeah.
Wintertime, I like even trying to fish sometimes on the Rock Creek, but
Certainly.
definitely snowboarding's the big one there.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Very fun. And do you say these hobbies, do they help you de-stress, or do they add on to your stress? Do you feel like you're putting off work?
Oh, definitely. I think it's a place for my mind to just, let off a little bit, be in nature, and just definitely don't feel stressed when I'm in my hobbies for sure.
And do you think there's such a thing as too much time spent doing your hobbies?
I think there is. You have to learn to balance the work and play life for sure.
Certainly.
You definitely want to take time away from work to work on yourself and your hobbies, and find things that you enjoy in life for sure. But that doesn't mean that you can't work and you can't still. I think staying busy is good. If you've got too much free time on your hands, you can get into some trouble for sure.
Yeah, certainly. They say the devil works with idle hands.
There you go.
I think that's really insightful. I think work-life balance is a thing that people can struggle with their whole lives.
Definitely.
And I know students here, even some of my friends, they like to play too much, and that's okay when you're young and stuff, but there is a point where it becomes too much, and it can definitely add on to the stress in your life. But
Mm-hmm.
the opposite of that is working too much, you know? Life isn't all about work or school. You got to have these hobbies that you enjoy and that you can get lost in, and really, you know, it's good. It's really good for mental health to have these escapism hobbies.
Definitely.
But at the end of the day, you do have to come down to earth and face the fact that you will have some work to do,
Mm-hmm.
and you will have some responsibilities in your life. But that's okay. That's a normal part. And I think stress in that is also normal, but there are definitely methods to combat that stress,
Mm-hmm.
you know? And
Mhm.
I think that was really insightful.
Yeah.
So, yeah, just one last question. If you had a piece of advice for the folks out in the audience that are maybe dealing with stress, what would it be?
Let's see. I mean, it would have to be just procrastination, you know? Don't let that be, you know, the downfall of your career, you know?
Yeah.
It's the biggest culprit for stress, I would say, for sure. And so just, you know, take the time you're given and utilize it, and just make the best of it, and go home and get the work done, you know, whatever you have to do, even if you have to stay up sometimes, and just don't put it off till the last night for sure, and get it done.
Yeah, certainly. And I think I even deal with procrastination sometimes. Like, it's easy.
Oh, definitely.
You know, school's not fun at
Mhm.
times, and you get home and you just don't want to do it. But
Yep.
it's really important that you do. I think that's very insightful.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, Gabe, anything else you want to say?
Thanks for having me. It
Yeah,
was a pleasure.
absolutely. And folks at home, thank you for watching, and thank you for tuning in. We will be back next week with another interview.
Sweet.
Yeah. I've
Thank
been
you.
Sam with Your Mind Matters, and this is Gabe. Thanks
There
for
we go.
watching. Hey everyone, I just wanted to pop in here at the end and say thank you so much for watching. This is a new interview show on the YouTube, and so we're still trying to work some of the kinks out, but I'm really excited for what we got coming up. We have some cool guests, and I hope you all are excited as well. Also, I want to say, if you found us through YouTube, I implore you to go check out our website. It's yourmindmatters.info, and it should be linked down in the description. It's a work of passion for a couple of us here at the RLHS BPA, and we think there's some good stuff on there, and so you should definitely go check it out. As well, like and comment, let us know anything else you'd like us to talk about, and once more, thank you all for listening.